going on, everybody? Joseph Hadid here for Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for tuning in. This is our first Friday edition of Worldwide Sport Updates. This is your host, Joseph Hadid, for Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community. Until next summer, of course. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, as you have been tuning in to our previous podcasts, as they were recorded during the summer, they were always on Sundays. Now, it's back to school, back to football, back to basketball, all the winter sports that you could think of, not to mention back to hockey nonetheless, right? As hockey starts in October, NBA basketball preseason starts in the end of September, all the way to mid-October before the regular season starts. And now, ladies and gentlemen, college football is here, and the NFL football starts their regular season next Thursday. So let's get right to it, folks. How about it, huh? Hopefully everybody had a great long week nonetheless, and ready for this upcoming weekend. It is Friday, September 2nd, 2022. And thank you for joining us on this YouTube channel, Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community, with your host again, Joseph Hadid here, yours truly. All right, we're going to start off, ladies and gentlemen, with some minor league baseball news. Ladies and gentlemen, as the minor league baseball players have sent vote to unionize by the Major League Baseball Players Association. The Major League Baseball Players Association sent out authorization cards to minor league baseball players on Sunday. A move that could start a complete revamping of minor league system. Major League Baseball's minor league system, ladies and gentlemen, that is. Major League Baseball Players Association Executive Director Tony Clark, if everybody's familiar with him, told ESPN that this is the first step in eventually allowing the Major League Baseball Players Association to overtake representation for minor league players. 30% of minor league players who receive authorization cards will have to vote to unionize, which would then trigger a formal vote on representation. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if 50% of minor league players then vote to unionize the Major League Baseball Players Association, it would take over representation and negotiate a collective bargaining agreement on behalf of the players. Minor League Baseball currently does not have its own CBA, which has led to decades worth of low salaries and poor travel arrangements. Ladies and gentlemen, also I want to break this down a little bit here. Speaking of minor league baseball, ladies and gentlemen, I think last weekend I was at the IronPigs game. I was watching the IronPigs at the Lehigh Valley take on Genoit, I believe. I think it was Genoit they were taking on last Saturday, and they beat them, but with the final score 4-2. But ladies and gentlemen, I was interacting with a couple of security guards that they let players in as they accept your tickets, and I was talking to them a couple minutes, and they informed me, ladies and gentlemen, with some great news, that the Lehigh Valley IronPigs will be staying put next season in inflation with the Philadelphia Phillies. Just to bring everybody to attention on that and bring you up to date. That is some great news to hear, ladies and gentlemen, as a couple months back, ladies and gentlemen, on our podcast edition, I did mention that Lehigh Valley IronPigs were going to be in jeopardy on the month of April 2023, where they were going to lose their inflation to the Philadelphia Phillies. But it was brought to my attention that last Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, Lehigh Valley IronPigs, home of Allentown, Pennsylvania, which they do consider that it is their home since they debuted in the year 2008 at Lehigh Valley. Ladies and gentlemen, they have informed me that they will not be losing inflation with the Philadelphia Phillies going into next season. So that is some great news I wanted to bring to everybody's attention nonetheless. Alright, let's move over to some NBA basketball. The New York Knicks, RJ Barrett is finalizing a 4-year rookie extension, ladies and gentlemen. The New York Knicks, RJ Barrett, are finalizing a 4-year that is worth $107 million rookie extension, ladies and gentlemen. That could be worth up to $120 million, including incentives. A league source confirmed to The Athletic on Monday, Barrett, who's 22, became eligible for that extension on July 1st and would have hit restricted free agency next summer, ladies and gentlemen, if the two sides hadn't reached an agreement before the first day of the 2022-2023 upcoming season. But New York instead locked down its young rising star. 49ers, ladies and gentlemen, off to some NFL news here, have reworked Jimmy Garoppolo's deal to stay with San Francisco. Contract includes a no-trade clause. San Francisco 49ers quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo is staying put. On Monday, Garoppolo agreed to a reconstructed 1-year deal, ladies and gentlemen, that will keep him in San Francisco. CBS Sports NFL insiders Yosana Anderson and Jonathan Jones report the contract includes a no-trade and a no-tag clause. Garoppolo will become a free agent next offseason. Garoppolo's no-trade clause does not mean there is no possibility he will be traded. According to ESPN, it simply means that Garoppolo would have to be included in talks and that he would have to consent to the trade. Nonetheless. But great news for Garoppolo. He will be staying put with Trey Lance in the 49ers franchise organization. Pittsburgh Penguins, ladies and gentlemen, and coach Mike Sullivan, NHL hockey news here, have agreed to a 3-year contract extension. The Pittsburgh Penguins and coach Mike Sullivan, ladies and gentlemen, have agreed on that contract once again. It's an extension that will keep him for 3 years. The extension will begin following the 2023-2024 NHL season and will run through 2027. Mike is one of the top coaches in the National Hockey League, and it was important for us to have him signed long-term. Penguins general manager Ron Hextall said in a statement, he is a great leader that finds success through communication, honesty, and accountability. We know that Sully is committed to continuing a winning culture here in the city of Pittsburgh. Off to more NBA news, ladies and gentlemen. Brooklyn Nets and Markieff Morris, ladies and gentlemen, have finalized a 1-year deal. The Brooklyn Nets are finalizing a non-guaranteed 1-year deal for free agent forward Mr. Morris. Markieff Morris, ladies and gentlemen. The deal is pending a physical. Morris, 32 years of age, averaged 7.6 points and 2.6 rebounds last season for the Miami Heat, as he was limited to 17 games because of a whiplash injury. Morris missed 58 games after he was injured in a November 8th scuffle with the Denver Nuggets. Nikola Jokic, that is, ladies and gentlemen. The veteran also has played for the Lakers and Pistons and the Thunder, Wizards and the Suns since entering the league in the year 2011, averaging 10.9 points and 5.2 rebounds, ladies and gentlemen, per game. The San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants, ladies and gentlemen, to play in Major League Baseball's first ever series in Mexico City next season. Major League Baseball announced on Wednesday that the San Diego Padres and the San Francisco Giants will face off next year in the first MLB regular season series to be played in Mexico City, as it was just been announced. The series will take place on April 29th and April 30th of 2023. The games in the Mexican capital will mark Major League Baseball's first tilts in the country since the year 2019, when a pair of 2-game sets occurred in monetary, ladies and gentlemen. The Cincinnati Reds and St. Louis Cardinals split a 2-game series in monetary back in April of 2019, while the Houston Astros swept the Los Angeles Angels in a 2-game set there the following month.
I don't want to cry.
Jacksonville Jaguars, ladies and gentlemen, just smashed the New England Patriots NFL record for free agency spending. That New England, they did set that, ladies and gentlemen, back in the year 2021, 2021, if anybody does not recall. At the start of free agency last year, the New England Patriots went crazy. Although the Patriots aren't usually known for throwing around big money in free agency, they ended up handing out more than $160 million in guaranteed contracts, which was an NFL record. Spending the most money in free agency isn't exactly a record you want to hold. And the good news for the Patriots is that they don't have the record anymore, because the Jacksonville Jaguars just broke it, as it was just announced. Yes, they smashed the New England Patriots NFL record in spending and possibly throwing more money nonetheless. And that was actually dating back to the year 2012 for the franchise organization, the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, ladies and gentlemen, college football news here to go over. Expansion, ladies and gentlemen. Vote to expand to 12 teams. That's coming as early as Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. So, the college football, ladies and gentlemen, as of today, on Friday, September 2nd, are going to be talking about possibly for a vote. They're going to come to an agreement to expanding 12 teams, ladies and gentlemen. So more information on that. College football playoff expansion could reach 12 teams and be approved as early as today, according to a reporter from CBS Sports, Dennis Don. Talks fell through earlier this year and they were tabled. Now the talks rapidly resumed and appear to have some sort of resolution, creating a larger field as soon as the 2024 season, nonetheless. The playoff remains at 4 teams through at least the year 2025 season, after the playoffs board of managers tabled talks earlier this year. So we'll see what the talks will be and what kind of agreement the college football will decide on. Will we be receiving 12 teams? We shall wait and see, to find out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and nonetheless, tune into our recorded podcast next Friday for the latest on that answer. If we do have an answer, we'll be here to bring you the latest information on what direction the college football went about this resolution to solving this, to possibly getting 12 teams in expansion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for this week. I will see you, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I will see you this upcoming Sunday on September 4th for our first live podcast edition. It'll be 3 hours, ladies and gentlemen. This Sunday, September 4th, 2022, from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. for all the latest information that's happening in the NBA, in NHL hockey, the WNBA women's basketball playoff, Major League Baseball, the NFL season that will start kicking off on September 8th between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Rams, and college football. Yes, college football news. All right, ladies and gentlemen, until then, enjoy the rest of your upcoming weekend. Hit the like button, subscribe, follow, and share it out, ladies and gentlemen, for all the weekly up-to-date news and information that wherever you may be across the world or country. Nonetheless, again, this is Joseph Hadid for Worldwide Sport Updates, your podcast, your news, your local community. Have a safe, great weekend, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you this Sunday. Don't forget, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. for all the latest sports updates right here on our YouTube channel. I'll see you this upcoming Sunday. and next Friday for another recorded podcast edition. Till then, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.